everybody. This is my second attempt to record this lesson. I recorded it once and it was super confusing and I had a bunch of whatever, so I'm doing it again. So if you were thinking that I was asking you to strive for accuracy and I wasn't doing that myself, now you know that I'm also doing that. Okay, today we're talking about how to graph rates, and graphing rates is a great thing to be able to do because then we can visually and easily compare two rates and decide which one is the better rate for that situation, because better rates depends. Like the option we're going to, or the exercise we're going to try together here is comparing toilet paper prices. And when we're buying something, the rate that we prefer is the lower rate, the rate where we get more for our money. So we want things to be cheaper. But let's say it was the rate we were calculating was the rate we wanted to be paid for doing something, then we want that rate to be higher. Or gas mileage, we want to get more miles per gallon. So we always have to interpret the rates and what they mean. So I'm going to walk you through these 6 steps, show you some examples. Edpuzzle will stop and ask you questions along the way, and then we will dive into your assignment, which is just practicing graphing, and this is what you're going to need the graph paper for, which I posted about in an update if you need to go back and check that out. All right, so I'm going to move my face, my favorite thing to say. All right, so I'm starting with these rates right here in honor of coronavirus toilet papering. So a package of Charmin, let's say you get 24 rolls for $4, or Cottonelle, you get 36 rolls for $5. You're deciding which one is the better buy. So step 1 says to create at least 2 rates that are equivalent to the given rate. So the first rate that I'm given, please let me type. Sorry guys, I thought I had it all worked out and apparently not. All right, come on. There we go. All right, so I want to write my first rate first, which is 24 for $4. And then I'm going to come up with equivalent rates. So I could also get 48 for $8 because I could just buy 2 packages. Or let's say in this world, I could buy half a package, so it would be 12 rolls for $2. And then you would be done here, but I'm just going to do one more because I'm showing examples. I also know I could get 6 for $1. Okay? So there's step 1. Step 2 is to rewrite these solutions as ordered pairs. So I'm hoping you are thinking back. Mathematicians make connections. They see repeated reasoning. This is a whole lot like what we did in chapter, I think it was 7 or 8, where we found solutions of 2 variable equations. And we would say that we had a true friend if we had 2 numbers that worked together and those were an ordered pair, and then we graphed the solutions of 2 variable equations. Yo, this is exactly what we're doing now. We're just doing it in a slightly different context. So my ordered pair is 24, 4. And then hopefully you remember that when I graph ordered pairs, I think over and up, and that's what we're going to do in a minute. So this becomes 48, 8. And I just want to make sure that I'm keeping rolls on the same side and dollars on the same side. 6, 1. All right, so we've done step 1. We created equivalent rates. Equivalent, they mean the same thing. We did step 2. We rewrote the solutions as ordered pairs. I'm going to copy and paste this over to my next page because we're going on to step 3, which is to plot those points. Now, I was hoping to make this graph for you while you were watching, but it took a long time. So I want to tell you that what I did was I noticed that all of my possible solutions were multiples of 6. So that's what I made my x-axis, was multiples of 6, so it'd be easy to plot. And then I figured there were, different numbers of dollars. They were all less than 10, so I just did $1 per line. I'm hoping that in other grades you've had a chance to practice, deciding how to make a scale or whatever. So this should be review, but I'm just going to show it to you because I'm just to be on the right path. So I want to mark a point at 24, 4. So over 24, up 4. And what do you want to bet that I forgot to hit my button? Yep. Okay, so 24, 4, plotting 1 point there. My next point is 48, 8. My next point is 12, 2. And the last point I came up with is 6, 1. Sounds like a height. Okay, so I've now done step 3, and now I'm on to step 4, which is connect the points. So this is where if, you are not on a computer, you're going to use the edge of a piece of paper or a ruler or some other straight edge, and you're going to draw a line that connects the points that you have drawn. And this is the equation of your line. And then just to keep things square, oh, I'm back. We'll want to label this line so that because we're going to put our other line on this same graph. It's so we can easily compare them. So we've done steps 1 through 4. And now we're on to 5, which says repeat steps 1 through 4 with the other rate. Okay, so this should be, so far you should be like, oh my gosh, Miss Funk, I totally get this. All right, so I got to come up with equivalent rate. So 36 for $5 is the rate I was given. I'm thinking I could do, let's see, I could buy 18 rolls for $2.50. I just cut 36 in half. I could do 9 rolls for $1.25. I cut that in half. I also could go the other direction and do 72 for $10. Again, you only need 3 total points, but I'm going above and beyond. All right. So then my ordered pairs are 36, 5, 18, 2.5, 9, and I want to make sure that if rolls was on the left before, it's got to be on the left this time as well, so that my X and Y aren't getting confused. I'm going to copy and paste this over to my other page. All right, and I'm going to choose a different color this time. So 36, 5 would be right here. 18, 2.5, so I'm going to look 2.5 would be halfway between 2 and 3. 9, which I don't even have a spot for, so I really got to think outside of the box. 9 would be halfway in between here, and we want to do $1.25, which is a quarter of the way up, so that is a tricky one. And then 72, which, whoop, I don't have a 72, so I need to extend my line. Okay, 66 plus 6 is 72, so I just needed that one more line there. And at 72, it's $10. Hello. All right, and then same next step as before. I'm going to draw a line, and I'm going to connect my dots. Pretty good. And label that this is the Cottonelle line. All right. So now at this point, we are able to compare these two rates, and it can be overwhelming to look at. But what I suggest doing is looking at one particular, guys, what is happening right now? Looking at one particular point or one particular X value. So 24 rolls of toilet paper, we see that the red line is below the blue line. So it's going to cost us $4 to buy 24 rolls of Charmin, but 24 rolls of Cottonelle, oops, 24 rolls of Cottonelle is going to be less than that. It's going to be about $3.50. So we can see, without actually calculating the unit rates, we can tell that Cottonelle is the better buy. I can get more rolls of toilet paper for less money, or you can say for the same number of rolls of toilet paper, I can spend less money to get that. We can also look at the longer you go, and this is true with all rates, the longer you go, the further apart they're going to be. So they're not going to curve, they're going to stay in a straight line. So the farther out they go, the bigger the gap's going to be. So here I can see that it's over $1 of difference, because for 48 rolls of Charmin is going to be $8. I can see it connects across here, but 48 rolls of Cottonelle looks like it's maybe $6.70. That's a ballpark-ish. Okay, so I can say that Cottonelle is the better buy, and that's what I would want to type out, and I'd want to have some rationale. So Cottonelle is the better buy because you can get more rolls of, or you can get let's see, let's stick with it looks like we have 36 for both. 36 rolls of toilet paper for $5 compared to $6 for Charmin. The wording doesn't have to be exactly like that, but you want to explain where you got those numbers. Okay. Secret code is going to come up. It's going to be a little different this time because this is going to be a password to get into the assessment. So thank you for bearing with me. I hope this made sense. For your assessment, you are going to draw out the graphs for 3 situations, take a picture with your computer, upload it just like when we used to do that in science, where you would take a picture of your page and upload it. So that's your mission today. You have 3 problems to graph, and then just one other problem to practice filling in rate tables. But yes, you will have completed lesson 5 once this is done. Miss you guys. Here's me giving you a virtual hug.